What's up? I'm travel photographer Brendan Vanson of Brendan'sAdventures.com here at windy Waterton National Park. So when I started this channel a couple months ago, the reason I did so is I wanted to give you a little bit of an insight into what life is like as a travel photographer. And part of that is finding locations to shoot. So we're here in Waterton National Park just for 2 days, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to take you around and show you how I pick out locations and the process behind it. But first, any process to travel photography starts in the computer with some research. So as with any project, a really successful project starts with some good planning. And in photography, a lot of that planning starts on the computer. We've got so much information out there on the web, especially as photographers, that we really need to take advantage of that, especially if it's somewhere we've never been before. Now, I've been to Waterton one time, but it absolutely poured rain on me that time. I got maybe one morning in where I shot some images. So Waterton's relatively unknown for me, thus it becomes a location scout rather than a typical travel photography shoot. I have the opportunity to go to a lot of places 2 or 3 times, so I can do this. If you are the type that's only going to get to go to a place once, location scouting's maybe not as important to you as getting amazing shots, in which case you can still follow this planning schedule. So for me, I like to follow kind of a little bit of a path in searching out places, and that usually starts with Google Maps. So I go into Google Maps, and I basically just search around the location I'm at. So you got Waterton over here, and I see Bertha Falls here. I see Cameron Lake down here. I know Red Rock Canyon runs up here from the last time that I didn't go shooting, and I know this is the classic view, and you've got the Prince of Wales Hotel right here. So looking at that map, I can kind of figure out basically the distances things are away and perhaps some ideas. From there, I tend to jump to Google Images just to get some ideas. Now, you're never stealing any ideas by going on to Google. Of course, every single shot is completely different. So if you're going on to look at other people's images, it's for inspiration. It's to try to find some spots to shoot without having to go scouting around yourself. I had a teacher in high school that said work smarter, not harder, and I've been living by those words my entire life. So we go into Google Images here, and basically we're just looking around and thinking, okay, that's a cool shot. Where is that taken from? We can jump back to the map and know that that's the Prince of Wales Hotel, so it's probably taken from up here somewhere a little bit high. We can go through these things and try to pick out some locations that I've never seen before. Most of these are the classic images in Google. This is, I know from checking it, this is Cameron Lake. So I know that, and I think that might be a cool location to check out. I've never been up there. And yeah, so you can go through this. This is Red Rock Canyon. I know from images I've looked at before, but if you don't know that, you might see this image and go, oh, that's cool, where's that? Now, Google Images tends to be a little bit broad, and it tends to show you a lot of random stuff. I don't think that it's narrow enough. So I tend to jump into really specific things. I've got a couple apps and websites I use. The first is Trover. And Trover's really cool. They came on the scene about a year ago, and they've been really cool. I love the community on Trover. I don't use it nearly enough as a community member. I'm pretty bad for that. But I should get into it because it's an awesome community, and it's all photographers. Unlike Instagram, you don't get a lot of the snapshotty stuff. You actually get cool images. And not only that, photographers are telling you about how they shot it, exactly where they shot it, and that stuff. So yeah, you can search Waterton, and then it shows you exactly how far away from the town of Waterton each image is taken. As you scroll, you see the number going up here. And so I can just look through these images again and try to get some ideas for locations. And I'm not going to hike a mountain on this trip, but you can get some ideas. There's some cool stuff with the Prince of Wales Hotel. That's a wicked viewpoint. And see, it says here, this is what I like about Trover, is it shows you exactly where it was taken. And you can actually click on the map and it'll show you the exact location as well if you want, where it was taken. So yeah, this is from the Bears Hump, and I think if the weather was good and I had more time, that would be an awesome location to go. Even in the middle of the day, that's a beautiful image. And then I'm going to jump over to somewhere like 500 pix, 500 px, however you want to pronounce it. is full of amazing photography, so you tend to get really high quality images and maybe a little bit more of an example of what to shoot. So this is an image I want to shoot, not this exact image, but from this beach with all the driftwood. That's again from that bear's hump we just saw. Cameron Falls looks interesting, so I'll look into that. This again, that looks like Cameron Lake. That's the classic image of Waterton. Triple Falls, that's actually in Glacier National Park, not in Waterton, although I'd love to shoot that. Cameron Falls again. Prince of Wales. Yeah. So it looks to me like most of the image, this is near Cameron Lake, it looks to me like most of the images are right in Waterton or up at Cameron Lake. I see a lot of images from Red Rock Canyon here too, so we'll probably check that place out. And yeah, some cool images. It gives you kind of an idea of what to look for. And then the next step is trying to figure out the light. So I have this awesome app right here, and you can get this app for your iPhone, or I think Android too, but maybe just iPhone. Oh yeah, it says over here Google Play, Android app, or the Apple iStore. And I don't have it because it's bloody expensive on the iPhone. I think it's like 20 bucks for the iPhone, and I use a Windows phone now too anyway, and it doesn't show up there. And it's free online, so why would I pay 20 bucks when it's free online? But this app is unreal. It's so good. Basically, you can pinpoint your location, and it'll show you the direction the sunset is going to be pointing the light at you, and the sunrise is going to point the light at you, so you can help decide what's a good place to shoot. So for example, if we say, okay, I want to go over here to Cameron Lake and shoot, we can set the pin down there, and we can look. Like, we know the road's there, so you can probably shoot along here. Sunrise is coming in this way, which means that morning sunlight will be glowing right on this area around Forum Peak. So that to me says this is a sunrise location. That's where I would be shooting the sunrise. If we take another location, such as Waterton Lake, let's just do a simple one. From over at this classic view, again, it looks like a sunrise location. You got the sun warming up these mountains with the early light, and sunset, it's kind of all the lights over here. So it might be a nice blue hour shot downtown, but up here it's not so great. So using that app can basically give us a shoot plan. And then step number 3 obviously is going out and shooting and planning a shoot. The way I do a first time location is I plan the classic views. I take in all the classic views because I want to get the most obvious shots. So the first thing I shoot is the classic images. So when I'm planning this out, I'm probably going to just do the lake at a peak hour, like sunrise, for example, at some point, since I only have one full day in Waterton. And then I'm going to spend the rest of the day location scouting, looking at Red Rock Canyon, at Cameron Falls, Cameron Lake, whatever else is around, maybe the Buffalo Paddock, stuff like that. So I'm going to go scouting now. Yeah, and let's go shoot some images and take a look at Waterton National Park. So once you've done your research online, back home on the computer, and looking at some maps or whatever you need to do to find your locations, it's about getting out. So we've gone out to Cameron Lake here in Waterton National Park. And the goal of today isn't to shoot beautiful images. If we get some cool images, it's a bonus, but this is a photo location scout. So what we're trying to do is see if it's worth shooting. So we already know from our pre-research that the sun's coming up from over there, meaning at the right time of day, we get a nice glow coming from there. And at sunset, it probably wouldn't photograph nearly as well. So we know for future locations that we can use this as a sunrise shoot. And we've got some nice leading lines with some rocks, and I'm told that in the summertime there's a dock there as well. So I think this would be a great location to come back and shoot sometime in the summer months. So one of the important things about photo scouting is creating a shoot plan for the next time you go out shooting. Obviously, certain things, certain subjects photograph better at different times of day. For example, if you're in a city, you might want to be shooting the cityscape at sunrise, and then the markets in the early morning, and then some street life midday, stuff like that, and then go back and shoot something else like some architecture around sunset. The same thing goes with nature. When we're out, we're looking for somewhere to shoot in the sunrise, something to shoot in the middle of the day, and something to shoot at sunset. And right now, we're doing a little bit of wildlife, because in the middle of the day with nature, that's really the only thing that photographs even marginally good. Most photographers that do nature photography, they only shoot around sunset and sunrise. When you've got nature, like we've got some buffalo in the background here, it gives you something to do in the middle of the day. That little black dot up there is a black bear. It's pouring rain, but we got a black bear. Okay, so that's Waterton National Park. We only had 2 days here. And when you're shooting photography, that's how it is quite often. You like to come back to locations. So when you're there, you shoot the morning, you shoot the evening, and during the day, you're out location scouting for future time, so you don't have to do that. As I think I mentioned at the start of this episode, 80% of photography is finding locations, it's getting to those locations, and it's knowing where to shoot. So it's so important to go out and do your location scouting. Anyway, that's it for me here in Waterton National Park. We're headed now to K Country. We're going up to Kananaskis. I'm sure we'll have a video from there at some point. Be sure to subscribe to the channel by clicking the giant red icon. You'll stay tuned to all the awesome information that I'm going to be pumping your way about travel photography. Anyways, that's it for the show here on Brendan Vance and Travel Photography. I'll catch you next time. Peace.